Yo, 49ers crushed the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. They get the dub at home. They improved to 5-2. We got the recap and all the goodies right here on the Wayne Breezy Show. Smash that like button. Let's get it popping. It's Victory Monday, faithful.
So bright that we shining. All we know is the Niners. Ready, know that it's finest. So faithful to the bay. I be sipping gold bar whiskey on the rocks, and a 24 karat gold on a watch. My 7-1 Chevy be tipping non-stop, sounding like Trent Williams on the block. So you know we can't stop, we be banging through your speakers. Wayne Breezy on the field or in the bleachers. You can tune into my show and I'm a teacher. Wayne Breezy, the 4-9 preacher. We so bright that we shining.
Hey, we so bright that we shining. Hey, all we know is the Niners. Let's go. What's going on, 49er faithful Breezy Bunch crew? Live and kicking early in the chat. Niners get the dub, man. It's good to be a Victory Monday. You know, anytime you win a game, it's always a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's just always a great feeling. On a Victory Monday. Congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers. They get their 5th win of the season. And I'm going to, let me be one of the first to say, maybe not the first, but one of the first to say, I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed. You know what I'm saying? So how you feeling on this Victory Monday? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing great. And I can't wait to get out to Houston and, get another victory. Like, that's kind of where I am. Boats in the building. What's going on? Shout out to all the members of the Breezy Bunch crew. Make sure you like this joint. And please, man, look, do me a favor, all right? After you like, make sure if you're not already subscribed to the channel, just subscribe to the channel. It helps this channel go a long way. Right now, it seems like the channel is creeping up. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. Like, YouTube is pushing it because of you. So if you continue to support by just liking and subscribing and sharing and all that good stuff that costs you zero zada nada money, that'd be great. Now, if you want to become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew, which I'll get to the member shout outs in a second, all you got to do is click on that join button and you can become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew. You'll be a part of the early morning show shout outs and all that good stuff, as well as all the other cool perks. Plus, you get a cool little badge by your name for how long you are for the duration of your membership. So, the badge changes. So, I challenge you, become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew today by just clicking on the join button. And you can support in other ways if you guys don't like that. There's PayPal, there's Venmo, there's Cash App as well. And my exclusive videos are on the Patreon. So, if you want exclusive content, you can only get it on the Patreon. You go to www.patreon.com. Please join us on the Patreon. I got to give my Patreon members just a standing ovation. I'm not standing up, but because they were in there last night. It was the biggest crowd we had all season long, and it sucks because it grew, and now I got to go to the games, and now I kind of don't want to go to the games. You know what I'm saying? But so the watch parties are growing every week, and those that were part of the watch parties, I truly appreciate you, man. And you guys, we had a blast. We had a blast. Some yelling, some screaming, some kicking, some cursing. So all that stuff was going on yesterday, but it was victorious. It was all a part of the victory. And don't forget to check out our sponsors over at residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy, and you can save on your total purchase. If you like me, I like saving money. So go ahead and click on use that promo code, click on that website, use that promo code, all right? And you can save on your total purchase. All right, man, let's do the members shout outs because they are in here. I see Nigel just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Shout out to my dude Nigel, moderator, supporter, Breezy Bunch member. All right, I'm going to get to some of these shout-outs, though. Boats, back to you. He says, I could see us go for a mid-tier rusher. See, this is what I like about Boats, right? He's already in the mindset of how to keep continuing to find ways to be better, and I love it. I feel like my head is banging. I don't think I got enough sleep, honestly. And then I went to the gym. But yes. But Sam O is good enough to start. Trade-wise will probably be best player available situation. Over trading just for one position. You know what? We'll talk a little bit about that. Um, I think the Niners are going to make a trade by the trade deadline. I do not know who it's going to be for. I do realize that there are tons of options. Do you want to go premium? Do you want to go mid? Or do you want to go low tier to add to the pass rush? I will say that I was impressed that the Niners were able to get 22 total pressures on the Atlanta Falcons. 22 total pressures. That's a number. Remember that number. 22 total pressures. And the sacks and the hits were the prominent ones, right? So 7 out of the 22 were sacks, between sacks and hits, right? So 3 sacks or 2 sacks and 2.5 sacks, however they want to word it, and then like 4 quarterback hits. I think that was prominent. So I definitely love that. And then here go the teams that you listed: Dolphins, Raiders, Jets, Ravens should be sellers. Yeah, man, especially the Jets. They're not going to win any games. The Raiders look like trash. Dolphins, Mike McDaniels is probably going to be fired within the next 20 minutes of the show. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. All right. Don't bother me in the building as well. Special teams has to lock down lanes more. Yeah, there were some things. There was definitely some stuff that we saw that need to be cleaned up for sure. You know what I mean? But overall, I think special teams was good. I'm not saying it was great. Overall, I thought special teams, they were good overall. Oscar in the building. Good morning, Faithful. Have to be honest, I was really dejected last week. Felt like the season was done. Hopefully the team can build on this momentum and seize the moment. Little Carpe Diem going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Oscar, I get people were dejected, deflated, just confused, not really interested. It's all good. It's all good. That's part of testing the faith, man. That's how faith grows. You know what I'm saying? That's how faith grows. 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Tanisha in the building. Good morning, Breezy and the Breezy Bunch. Good morning to you, Tanisha. How are you doing? I'm great. You know, as you can see, I'm great. Jax is in the building. Jax says 15-2, even though she was talking to boats. 15-2. I love it. I love it. Just keep winning. That's how I'm looking at it. Just keep winning. 2 losses. Season looks good. Schedule looks great. If we can get these injuries under wraps, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? That would be super great. You know, so I think the Niners are. They still got great people coming back. All right, still got great people coming back. So don't get it twisted. Brock Purdy's going to return. Ricky Pearsall's going to return. Brandon Ayuk is supposed to return. All that good stuff. Felicia in the building. Happy Victory Monday. I got to catch the replay. Back to work I go. Have a great day at work. CMC had to let Bijan, or however you say his name, know I'm still the big dog. Settle down, young pup. I like that. Very well said. Very well said. Very well said. And it's funny because when Mike and I did the face-off Fridays, every Friday we're going to have a face-off show. We're going to pick a couple players, and we're going to have the battle, and we're going to kind of see, you know, who's going to have the better game from that position group. And so this week we got the Houston Texans, so I can't wait to see what 2 players we pick from that. But yeah, so we talked about them, and we did. I thought we did a very good, thorough job on really breaking it down, and it was kind of cool, like how similar both players are. But Christian McCaffrey wasn't having none of that. Like that cat had a monstrous game, historical game. Be honest with you, it's some history in the making for Christian McCaffrey. I mean, to be tied with some of the legends, you know, for 3rd place, Priest Holmes, I believe he's tied with as far as having, you know, 100 rushing yards and 50 receiving yards. I mean, Christian McCaffrey just had a game. It was Priest Holmes, and it was another running back, and then I think he's right behind like Walter Payton and some of those great guys and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. You know, it's all good. So yeah, look, Christian McCaffrey definitely had to let him know. You know, it's all good. Yo, so look, as far as YouTube and comments, man, for those that are giving comments, appreciate it, man. Keep them coming in. I definitely got to address the Breezy Bunch crew first. This is part of, you know, what they signed up for, so I want to make sure I give them that. Matthew in the building. What's up, Faithful? He was over on the Patreon and we had a grand old time. Edward Austin, what's going on, baby? JP hella hard. So bright that we shining. Yo, the future of this team. Because a lot of the players are for the future. Like they really are. They just have to step into the present, to the right now. Like, you know what I mean? And they're showing up, man. They're showing up big time. They're showing up big time. And I'll give them that, you know? They're showing up big time. Marty Marr in the 49er Empire. What's going on, bro? Niner. Let's go. Yo, Wayne, we just witnessed last night what I didn't even know you were going to comment this. And I just literally said, this is what I love. Like we're standing on the future. Like the future is bright. That's why the lyrics say we so bright that we shining. We're representing gold. Gold shines. The future of this team is the gold. The red in the team are the veterans, the blood, the shit. Like, it's going to be crazy. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot, man. The future looks good. The future looks good. I like doing this early shout-out crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep them coming, man. Where the members at? You know what I mean? This is good. Ronnie 3-3. Let's go. I think everybody in here is feeling like great. Crazy Juice want to start off spicy. That's how we doing it? We going to start off spicy? We're not even going to get to the recap of the game. You know what? I'm going to sip my protein shake. And let's get to the spice. I mean, Hennessy over Brindle. You know what, man? I know Jake Brindle is a coveted player for Kyle Shanahan. I can tell that Kyle Shanahan loves that man. There's nothing about it. I can tell. It's written all over his face. You know, Matt Hennessy, they brought in here, and I was like, man, this got to be the competition out. Matt Hennessy did not win out the center position, so that made me a little leery on Matt. I'm not going to lie. But I always felt like the more you watch Jake Brindle play, the more you're like, wait, there's got to be a better option, right? There's got to be a better option. There's got to be. So we'll talk a little bit about Jake and his injury and how severe it may or may not be, and if he'll miss any time or not, or whatever, like whatever. Nigel, again, I want to thank you and applaud you for gifting memberships. I'm not on my YouTube feed, so if you were gifted a membership by Nigel, please leave a comment and say Nigel did it or something like that, so that I know. If not, it's all good. I just want to shout you out and definitely shout out the memberships. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you for thanking him. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So Alejandro, welcome to the Breezy Bunch crew. Stephanie Snoopy in the building. What's going on? Snoop was also gifted a membership by Nigel. Appreciate you, man. Steph, so proud of this team. The grit, the heart, the everything. You had me at the grit, then you had me at the heart. But the fact that you said the everything, that took the cake. That took the cake. That took the cake. Like, at the everything. Okay. And I do sound a little bit low. My apologies. And you guys got to let me know that stuff at the very beginning of the show, because I don't be knowing that I sound low. According to my stuff, I sound right, but I am low. I'm about to get loud, so stand back. All right, here we go. Every time I go live on Bleacher Report, it compresses the settings of the volume. And so there we go. But thank you, Marty Marr, Niner Empire. I appreciate that. So everything should be good as far as volume. All right, man, let's get to the recap of the show. If I missed any members, man, I promise I'll find a way to get to you at some point in the show. I'll see your name pop up. Feel free to leave comments and all that good stuff. And shout out to all the subscribers. Everybody watching on YouTube, too, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are dope. Let's get to the injury report. Well, when I tell you, and this is football, so football is 100% injury prone, right? It's going to happen. You know, the question is, who is it going to happen to? When is it going to happen? At what time? How severe is it going to be? All right, we got two players that were injured in this game, according to Kyle Shanahan. Renardo Green with the toe, and Jake Brendo with a hamstring. Now, both of these players did not return to the game. So both players did not return to the game. Now, Kyle Shanahan was asked about both injuries. He was asked about both injuries. He doesn't know how long Renardo Green is going to be out. They asked, was it a turf toe injury? And he didn't say it was, but it kind of sounds like, and I hate to say it, that this kid has a strain in his toe, and it sounds like he has a turf toe injury. I hate to say it. Damn, these turf toe injuries are getting us. So I'm hoping that it's not that, but the way Kyle Shanahan kind of answered the question, it kind of gives me a vibe. So that means that the Niners will probably be working out some young guys. But I don't care what anybody says. I loved what I saw from Darrell Luter Jr. He had a good kind of like open field, tackle on Bijan Robinson. He's got the long reach in the arm, so he was able to get the arm around him and grab him and be able to get him down. That's a tough tackle. You got your cornerbacks tackling that running back. That's a tough tackle, especially a guy that's quick and shifty like that. And don't forget, Bijan is powerful too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's just a quick twitch shift guy. No. That cat tries to lay the power and the boom when he runs the ball. But I liked what I saw from Darrell Luter Jr., and it's unfortunate that he's getting these opportunities because of an injury, but this is what football is about. It's like when the man goes down, your opportunity is going to present itself, and it comes down to you, nobody else. What are you going to do with your opportunities? I like what I saw from Darrell Luter Jr. again. All right, so if Renardo Green, who was dealing with a neck injury throughout last week, is now dealing with a toe injury, we'll see if he practices this week, what the pain is like and all that type of stuff. But it could be a possibility that he won't play in week 8. Can't believe we're going into week 8. God dang, week 8? Shoot. Season about to be halfway over. Week 8. Shoot. Damn. Season flying. E-Bell, what's going on? Happy Victory Monday, Faithful. Another member of the Breezy Bunch crew. We got a first super chat of the show. Jax Knox. Excuse me, Jax. She says, keep doing great content, Wayne. 5-3 coming up. It's time to head down to South Texas. You mean 6-2? What's 5-3? You lost me at the 5-3. We ain't losing no more games. 15-2. You damn right. I feel you. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. Not necessarily shifting, but you know how you can tell when the team is starting to finally become adjusted to what's going on. Does that make sense? Like they're getting adjusted to the injuries. Like I was having a conversation, and I know a lot of people want to know what's going on with Brock Purdy's injury, and we understand that it's a turf toe. I got you, 6-2. I got you. I'm with you. We got her at 6-2. That's okay. She's all good. Jax, thank you for the super chat contribution. Don't mind them. 6-2. But I feel like Brock may just need, as long as Mac Jones is healthy, I'm okay with rocking with Mac for the remainder of the season. That might be crazy. That might be far-fetched or whatever. But I think it's logical, and I think it makes the utmost sense. Mac Jones doesn't have injury to his feet. And if Brock Purdy is struggling with this injury to his toe and he can't step, he can't plant, he can't throw properly, it doesn't make sense to go out there and strain it. And they don't really have a timetable to when he can return. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, let Brock chill. That doesn't mean put him on IR. No. I'm just saying allow him and his foot to fully recover. We're at a point where yesterday we proved we can run the ball. So now we've proven in the rest of the games that we could throw the ball. So now we got the running and the throwing. And so at some point it's going to get really balanced, right? And that's when the Niners are going to be the most dangerous offensively. Once it balances out, woo! Woo! That's like you love evil, you got good. You get evil, and I can't say the bad with the other word because he said in Vampire Brooklyn I'll get banned. But you know what I'm saying? You get a mixture of those combinations, the evil and the beat. Woo! That's how I feel about this 49ers offense. They just proved they could run the ball. And it took a George Kittle to come back to help that out. I'm not saying George Kittle was the only reason, but it just seems like he was the reason. And it took everybody. Wide receivers were blocking. George Kittle was blocking. The two tight end sets with Kittle and Farrell on this field at the same time enhanced stuff. You had an offensive lineman helping guys get into the end zone. It was just which is illegal, but so it wasn't really that Connor Kobe grabbed him. They just all pushed him. That's how I'm going to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. And Jackson, again, thank you for the super chat contribution. I'm excited that the team still has reinforcements that can return this season. But right now, they don't necessarily need them. And this doesn't mean that it's going to be Mac Jones's team moving forward. It just means that Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, they hit the mother freaking lotto in signing a Mac Jones in free agency, not to a 1-year deal, but to a 2-year deal. This mother ain't going nowhere next year. Now, we'll deal with next year. Next year, we'll see if there's any quarterback controversy as far as, will he turn into a diva? Will he hold out? Or that type of stuff. But Mac probably wants to be a starting quarterback, get an opportunity. But right now, Mac is just enjoying his time here. So I think Brock just needs time to recover. I've never had a turf toe. I know a lot of people out there said they've had turf toe, and it does hurt like mother freaker. And so it just needs time to heal. That's the only way. It's the only way. I mean, his wasn't as severe as Joe Burrow's. Joe Burrow had to have surgery to get it repaired. Brock's didn't require surgery. Now, I'm interested to know, like, the longer this continues to linger, will it end up being something like that? But if that happens, that would literally piss me off. I'm not going to lie. Oscar, any chance we go after Stephon Gilmore, the veteran? Oof. All right, so it depends on, to me, how severe this injury is to Renardo Green. But the way the Steiners team is set up, bro, like, they just letting these young people come in here and cook. So I don't know if they go after any more vets. As far as the veterans I'm concerned, Oscar, if they willing to play for a meal ticket and a Pepsi, yeah. Like, but I don't know. But to me, let me ask you this, Oscar, because you're a good film guy. When you think of Stephon Gilmore, do you think more man coverage or more zone coverage? Because the Niners love to play zone. We play some man in this game, and man, did we get some sacks. You play man, you can get the sacks. You play zone, it's different. It's different coverages, like, right? So this might help that, but will he fit a Salah's defense? So I'm going to re-ask you that question. Do you think he'll fit a Salah's defense? Niner faithful is Slick Rick coming back versus the Texans. Again, man, it all comes down to if he practices this week. You know what I'm saying? If he practices this week, you can expect him to play. If he doesn't practice this week, another week on the bench, which is funny because the Niners have players that are just unhealthy at the moment, and they just aren't able to return. Or the Niners have the luxury of saying, okay, Ricky, continue to rest up, heal up. We got guys. They waived MVS, and after saying, didn't they put him on the IR? So they waived him with like an injury settlement. So he's gone. And now the Niners, because they getting people back. They're going to be getting people back. So MVS was the expendable. They didn't get rid of Kendrick Bourne, I tell you that. That would have been a dumb thing. So, look, I'm excited to see what the Niners wide receivers are going to do. I understand George Kittle didn't do anything offensively, and that's okay. That's okay. Let's talk about the Jake Brendel injury. He has a hamstring injury. So, everybody wants to know, Jake Brendel it's a versus competition, versus Matt Hennessy, and I got to make sure I spell his name right because I will spell it like the drink. I don't think there's an E in the C. But it needs to be an E before that Y. That's just my thing, because that just makes it so much better, so much doper, right? Anyway, look, Jake Brendel, per PFF, he had a good graded game, you know. If you compare the twos, you're gonna be like, damn, you know. But yeah, like it's it's so weird. Like, you know, it's weird. Offense I thought was clicking. Especially like, you know, Trent Williams I thought had a good grade. Trent Williams played well, all 66 snaps, was out there. But Jake Brendel, he only played 20 snaps in this game. He finished with a pretty decent grade. But we'll look at his pressures and all that stuff in a little bit. But it's what it's going to come down to. It just seemed like, now, I'm not going to be the guy that says we ran the ball better when, Matt Hennessy was like, nah. Because we had 4 explosive runs before the injury. 4 runs over 10 yards, right? And so I thought the Niners and their explosive plays were popping. I mean, it was booms all over the football field. Nothing in the air, but definitely on the ground, which is something we needed to see. Can't wait to break that stuff down on the Patreon. But Matt gave the offensive line a different surge, like a different vibe, a different energy, a different feel. You know what I mean? What do you guys think out there in the chat? What should the Niners do? We do know that Jake Brendel is probably going to miss some time. Jake Brendel is Dipset. Max Hennessy is the locks. Woo! That's that. You can't say that, right? I can't even put Brendel in the Dipset. Give me another group, because the Dipset was great. They just couldn't hold their own with the 3 from the locks. The Dipset, to me, didn't have 3 MCs that can go with the 3 MCs of the locks. But the Dipset had Cam. Jim was all right. I like Jewels better than Jim Jones. So if you took their big 3 and put them up against the locks, maybe. Nah. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I like that. That's kind of like how I don't know if I like that analogy, but I get where you're going with this. I do. I like Matt Hennessy. I thought, like I said, he gave us a spark on the offensive line, and I thought the offensive line looked pretty damn good out there as far as pass protection. Run blocking was key, but that could have been helped to attest to have George Kittle back as well. So it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to me. But I did like what I saw from Matt Henney. So let me know what you think. Matthew, I think the word vet in NFL terms is overrated. There are young guys out there cooking vets all day. Now, it depends on the veteran. It depends on the position. Young guys are supposed to cook vets when it comes to speed and things like that. I think when I use the word veteran, Matt, and I don't know if you see it this way, I kind of think more as far as experience. But if they don't have the speed to play corner or safety or like one of those types of positions, yeah, man, you got to let the young guys come in because they could fly around to the football. So I get where you're going with this. It makes perfect sense in my opinion. Peachy, silly. I had to have me a shot of Hennessy after that game. I love it. I don't know if I could take a shot of Henny. To me, that junk, I don't know if I could do a shot. I'd have been messed up. That junk got to be sipped. For me, I'm getting older. Back in the day, in my 20s, it's shots all day. You know what I'm saying? Shots all day. But I loved what I saw from Matt, man, as far as the push up front. He had a big dude on him trying to push him back in pass pro. Dude tried to get up underneath his pads, and Matt just wasn't having any of it. Now, again, JG quality. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that sub button. Cousin Sid, I came here just to say Brendel should have been benched a long time ago. You mean to tell me you only came on here to say that? You ain't come to say, what's good, Breezy? How you been? You came on here to just say that? Nah, I don't care. You're absolutely right. Fire the shots. I don't know. It was time 3 years ago. I don't even know if he was here 3 years ago. It was time. It's just been time. I mean, this is the guy that's a vet. That's just most comfortable that Kyle Shanahan has been most comfortable with. If I could sit down and ask Kyle Shanahan, like off the record, like nothing clipped up, I would literally be like, yo, bro, keep it a buck. No cap. What's the deal with Jake Brendel? And I want to know if Kyle gonna say, yeah, that's a Chris Forrester guy. I'm curious, but he's not gonna throw his boy Chris under the bus. Like, nah, I mean, he respects Chris. So I don't know. I'm with Eddie. Peace out, Brendel. Thank you for your service. Now, listen, it was going to be, I don't even know if it would be great to have Jake Brendel as a serviceable backup moving forward. But you know what we got to do? Let's all temper our expectations a little bit. Jax, you are silly. Jax with the Super Chat contribution. Leave him on the damn sideline, please. Talking about Jake Brendel. Here's my thing, right? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit, right? And if Brendel isn't good to go this week against Houston, now, I don't know about y'all, but Houston's defense is a problem. And, if you listen to it, I try to do my due diligence in explaining things and breaking things down into more simplest form. Because I'm a simple guy. You got to break that shit down. You got to make it make sense to me at all costs. Like, don't be hitting me with the weird science, all that stuff. Take the weird science, break it down to layman's terms, right? So that's where I try to come at everybody with my layman's terms version, or the not watered down, but the Cliff Notes version of stuff, right? So here's the thing. Houston's defensive front is a problem. Tampa Bay's defensive front was a problem. All I'm saying is, and George Kittle, I love George because he's always going to keep it a buck. Always. He literally said what I said about not having to face a Vita Vea. And I don't know, when I say certain things, like, people might think I'm like crazy. Like Vita is a force up the middle. And it's tough because the Niners are struggling to get to the outside zone without George Kittle. So a lot of their runs were designed up the middle. A lot of runs in this game were designed up the middle. They did some outside zone runs, but a lot was designed up the middle because that offensive line was able to get a push. They have a big mother freaking name Vita Vea up front. And all the weeks we've been playing these defenses, that's how they've been built. That solid defensive tackle, that big 300-plus pounder guy has been a problem. Let's keep our eye on Houston. I can't wait to break the Houston game down. But if we run on Houston, it's a wrap. I'll leave it at that. We run on Houston, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody on Facebook as well. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Facebook be pissing me off too, because Facebook gives me violations on my own music. Be like, but it's my music. How I get a violation on my music? So like I said, here's a question from Niner Faithful. Can Hennessy be consistent? Let me make sure I'm spelling it. Yeah, okay. Can Hennessy be consistent? So that's why I said, let me temper my expectations slightly and let me see this game. Give me one game. One game as a starter. And then after that, I'm releasing the hounds. I'm coming. I've been very what's the word? I've been nice. Nah, I'm over the nice stuff. We trying to win a Super Bowl. AJ Votion in the building. Thoughts on waiting to buy tickets? You really asking me this on the air? My thoughts is I'm waiting till about three hours before kickoff, dog. So if you got that kind of patience, join me. That's what I'm doing. It's always me. Somebody ain't going to the game. That's how I look at it. All right. So you don't got to be on the adventure like me. You could do it the night before if that makes you sleep at night. Me, I'm probably one time I think I waited up to an hour before the game. Got in, got good seats. So you do your thing. Appreciate the super chat though. I definitely do. Appreciate the super chat contribution. Ty, you got to stop coming at people that on Facebook. Just because we on Facebook don't mean we owe. I like Facebook. Facebook, let me tell you about Facebook. So Facebook, the people on Facebook are a different breed. So you can call them old, but Facebook is the OG of the social media. And let me tell you something. Them people are seasoned. Well seasoned. I'm talking Lowry's too. Like well seasoned. And they ruthless over there. They ruthless. They're not bad. They're just ruthless. I feel like there's no difference between bad and ruthless, but like Twitter is bad. Everybody on Facebook is just ruthless because, it's just the way it is. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So, but I need Facebook to not be ancient. That's my damn music. How I'm getting flagged for my music. But then I was like, I'll just click the share so then I could get part of the money back from my music. So I think it's a win-win. You know what I mean? I don't know how to look at it. But look, this is gonna be something to look forward to, like moving forward. And if Matt Hennessy strings together a few games and the Niners offense continues to protect the quarterback, whoever that may be, they continue to run, it's gonna be a problem. It's going to be a problem. All right, let's recap the game. I want everybody in the comment section to drop a memory of this game as I do a quick recap. Now, before I get to the recap, listen, go on over to my spot over on residency.com. Use that promo code SFBreezy. Like, do it right now. Put a hat in your cart. Put 2 or 3 hats in your cart. Right? They got a sale, so you could go to the sale and buy the sale hats. Okay? These are all I like snap. I mean, I'm more of a fitted guy, but they got the snapbacks. So they got the snapbacks, they got the Velcro backs. You know what I'm saying? So they got different types of backings, Go ahead and grab you a couple of them joints. But use that promo code right there, SFBreezy. I can tell if you use it because I'll be knowing. So go use that promo code right there, man. All right, over on residency.com. Tell them Breezy sent you. Go to room 112. Tell them Blanco sent you. I be on my Biggie stuff, yo. So many Biggie lines I could recite day in and day out, man. Man, left us way too soon. Way too soon. All right, so look, Niners 2010. Let me first and foremost. All right, Robert Saleh. Nelly, Robert Saleh. His defense allowed 10 points on a high-powered scoring offense. Yep, 10. Not 11, not 12, not 15, not 20, 10 points. 1 touchdown, which was that little shovel pass thing to Bijan, right? And a field goal. Both teams missed. That right there is that made my day. Because if I was most nervous about anything going into this game, it was the defense. Because the last 2 games, all I did was watch the defense give up explosive plays, mainly in the air. And what is Atlanta known for? Getting explosive plays on the ground and in the air. They're a team that's what they pride their offense off of. Now, I don't like to toot my own horn. I don't, because yes, I do. Let me stop lying, because I feel like sometimes people just don't listen to me, right? I do Keys to Victory every week, and I know it might be corny, but just watch it. It's only 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. If you can't take 3 minutes out your day to watch my Keys to Victory, it used to be a whole show. I've been able to truncate it into 2 minutes, or read the article, which will probably take you longer. They did exactly what I asked them to do, and how ironic is it that all 3 things I asked for in the Keys to Victory were done, completed, executed to perfection, just damn near, and the Niners got the win. Just make that make sense, though. It's like they had to find a way to limit Bijan. That was number 1. They had to limit the explosive plays to Drake London. That was number 2. And they didn't allow any of that. And I said number 1, they had to run the ball. Oh, my gosh. We ran the ball. Now, you can say, Wayne, you can say that every week. Yeah, I can. But they still got to execute it. When the last time the Niners ran the ball? Ran the ball that well? I don't say run the ball in every one of my Keys to Victory. Sometimes I go with the short passing game. Sometimes I go with attacking the defense downfield. Sometimes it's different every week. Depends. But they did that. They ran the ball. And they ran the ball effectively. Like, that to me is what was most, like, that's what blew my mind. Kyle Shanahan said that he wanted to get to the number 40. Number 40 as far as rushing attempts, right? And I'll be damned. 30 freaking 9. 39, Kyle? You failed. Kyle, you're a loser. Yes. Let's boo Kyle Shanahan. Where's my boo sound? Oh, you're lucky I can't find it. How do you not get to 40? You set a goal for 40, you get 39. 39 is not 40. But I tell you what, Kyle Shanahan and that offense, they were moving the ball on the ground. They were moving the ball on the ground. 39 rushing attempts, 174 freaking yards. As a team, they averaged 4.5 yards per carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. Where are we going with this? Christian McCaffrey has not only the first rushing touchdown of the season, but the second and third rushing touchdown of the season for the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm just having fun with Kyle Shanahan. There's my bro, 49er Jeff in the building at the right time, too. How dope is that? How dope is that? Where is it? I just saw it. You said run CMC, and somehow I clicked on it, and there it is. Run CMC. Now, listen, this is a directive for me. Like, I know if you were born in the 80s or the 70s and you knew who Run DMC was, you know, we know that's a group. Nah, when I say run CMC, I literally mean run that mother. Like, use him. I bet you ain't nobody crying about his workload now. Remember that? Oh, we overuse CMC? Man, shut the fuck up. Ain't no overusing nobody. This is football. You don't overuse the quarterback when he throw 40 times. Got it here. We ran him, we used him, and he was the offense in this game. Literally, 201 yards for Christian McCaffrey, 129 rushing yards, 72 receiving yards off of 7 receptions. Why do I know this stuff by heart? I don't know. Something wrong with me. I ain't even blink and leave the camera. I'm looking dead at it. I ain't looking down. I ain't looking here. I ain't looking there. I'm looking at you. I know them joints because I studied that man. That man is a problem. And when he's healthy, he's untouchable. Literally, one of my favorite movies of all time that doesn't get a lot of what's good? Why doesn't the Untouchables, that's top 5 in the mob movies, easily. Top 5, Untouchables, Elliot Ness, bum. But that movie was dope. Anyway, Christian McCaffrey's that guy. He's the man. What a phenomenal game from Christian McCaffrey. Just overall totality from a team. The offense got put up 20. So the offense is where the offense is going to be. The offense is in 20-point average team. They average 20 points a game. I don't know if we can expect anything more from our backup quarterback. And that's fine. I think I'm cool with it. If we get to 20, if the defense could continue to hold teams down to 10 points, 15 points, 13 points or less a game, I'm cool with 20, 13 games. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm extra cool with that. Terradome, what's going on, baby? I just happened to look up and just see you in here. I want to make sure I shout out my members, man. Yeah, the Breezy Bunch crew be holding it down. But nah, like that right there. Let me talk about this. So, like, Mac Jones is not getting enough credit, so I'm gonna give him a round of applause. Mac Jones not getting enough credit. This was a game managing game. I don't know if y'all peeped that. This was one of those games, we call quarterbacks game managers and stuff like that. This was that game. This was Mac, don't turn the ball over. After he turned the ball over. But let me just say that, like, Juwan Jennings got to catch that pass. He gets 0 flack from me. That ball was in his hand, and I don't know what he was thinking. Like, catch the ball, go down. Don't worry about catching the ball and trying to turn up. Like, secure the catch, bruh. I don't know if it came in hot or whatever. Mac, that was a good throw. Juwan should have caught that pass. In my opinion, that INT wasn't on Mac Jones. But Mac did what he needed to do to get this game, to give his team command of the game. And that's sometimes what you need your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, Sometimes you need your quarterbacks out there to just be the general, oversee what's going on. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. And I'm going to make sure that you get yours, you get yours, you get yours, you get yours. Oh my gosh, that's a game manager. Yeah, like that is part of a quarterback's job. There's also times where the quarterback's got to put the game on his back, put the team on his back and go out there and get a goddamn win. All of that's part of the quarterback's job. This wasn't that game. You know why? Because the defense was playing so phenomenal that the offense was able to go out there and sustain drives. Two numbers I want to talk about, and then I promise I'll leave the offense alone. We'll switch to the defense. Two numbers. Ready? Third down percentage conversions. They were 9 for 15. At one point, they were like 4 for 5. They were like cooking. They were 9 for, that's 60%. 60%. Yes. Finally, I like that from the offense. We're converting on third down. Here's the better number. They got to the red zone not one, but twice. 2 touchdowns. And how dope was it that there were rushing touchdowns? I didn't care who ran the ball in. I feel like when the Niners offense is really enforcing their will up front on that offensive line, especially around the goal line, man, that sends ripples in the industry of the NFL. This offensive line ain't nothing to mess with. So I love what I saw. I thought the offense definitely could be better. They still had some execution problems. Again, 9 for 15, 60% on third. I'll take it. It could have been better, though. It could have been better. It could have been better. Penalties in this game, you'd be happy. 3 penalties on the Niners for only 25 yards. That's a big hell of an improvement. Let's go. Let's go. And then we talked about the 1 turnover. Both teams had a turnover. Niners got a turnover. Let's flip the script to the defense, though, because golly, I'm so stuck on this defense. It's not even like I'm like, what did I just witness? No Fred, no Bosa, no problem. Oh, my gosh, that's a show. No Fred, no Bosa, no problem. Tatum Bethune had to fill in and wear the green dot. Tatum Bethune had to fill in and wear the green dot, which means he was calling the plays. Now, I'm not going to lie. Tatum Bethune walked out of this game. He left the game for a second. I'm like, Curtis Robinson. I was like, all right, Curtis is the vet. Curtis, this would have been Curtis's job last season had he stayed healthy, because Curtis was the backup Mike linebacker last year. Then he tore his ACL. So I'm like, all right, he comes in, and I'm like, all right, cool. Cool. So I'm like, it's a little different with Curtis out there. Like, he not flying around like Tatum Bethune. That's what youth does. Youth will allow you to fly. And he's not laying the pop either. I didn't think Curtis did anything negative, but he didn't do anything that stood out. How about I leave it at that? Curtis Robinson. But Tatum Bethune led the team in tackles, 10 tackles in this game again. That cat literally is out there like cooking. And he was in coverage again. And I saw him in coverage. He dropped back a couple times. He was on Drake London on a play, whatever. He wasn't great in coverage, but he didn't give up any explosive plays. And I think for that right there, that let me be at ease saying that, all right, he not Fred. He not trying to be Fred, but he doesn't have to be Fred. If he finds ways, if he's going to give up a catch, find ways to limit the explosive. And if he can continue to have that mindset, which is what he said, he's like, listen, I wasn't trying to go out there and give up a big play and be the reason why my team, struggled, like whatever. He mainly said that. And I love that about him, right? Because he was holding himself accountable from the Tampa Bay game. I loved it because it was explosive play. Well, then they got explosive guys too. And they only gave up 1, like 38 yards in the air. I'll take it. 1 explosive play in the air, a few on the ground, no problem. I'll take it. But what I loved about Tatum Bethune was his ability to run the defense, his ability to communicate on defense. And I really think that the sky's the limit for the young kid, and it's only going to go up. Will he have some bad games? Yup. Will he have some better games? Hell yeah. And he's going to have those phenomenal outlier games where he is just a menace as soon as the game slows down. It's still not slowed down for him. That's when it's going to get scary. So, love what I saw from Tatum Bethune. Defense, a defensive player that I really love. And if you watch my shows, I get fickled when I see that he doesn't get the love or respect to me that I feel like he deserves. Now, I got to do a good, bad, ugly segment for Bleacher Report today, and it'll be up here on the YouTube a little bit later today, right? And I can't find any ugly to talk about. So I'm going to give you guys that's watching the show live my only ugly note from the game. And it's good when you can't find ugly, but, I could put something in as an ugly category. So here we go. My only ugly moment was when Chase Lucas dropped the interception. Motherfucker. I'm like, bro, it's in your hands. You got to catch that pass. I know you're not a wide receiver, but you got to catch that motherfucking pass, man. Not only would he had the team's first interception, but, man, he would have gave the defense so much more life. Now, look, I love Upton Stout. I do love him to death. He's dealing with an injury. Let that cat heal up. It's time to insert this particular veteran. Peachy says, my guy Chase balled out. Jack says Chase Lucas. Who else got some Chase Lucas up in here? Just these two? Oh, no, here we go. Yosef Chase did his job, though. Love it, right? Love it. Retro Gamer Chase balled out. I like this, man. I'm glad y'all starting to see the light with my boy Chase Lucas. Kid had a phenomenal, first of all, he bet on himself. He played phenomenally throughout the preseason. Probably was my favorite defensive player in the preseason because he just provided so much pop and spark. He's not afraid to tackle and run defense, and he's pretty damn good coverage. Now, I like him in the slot, and I feel like that's where he belongs. Maybe Robert Saleh will see it too. You know what I'm saying? But I think Chase Lucas is going to be the starting nickelback moving forward, especially due to the injury to Upton Stout, because you won't get a lot of the mistakes in the coverages, right? Now, does that mean Chase is super locked down, blah, 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 blah? Nah. But his ability to blitz, did you see the nickelback blitz where he made it effective? Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's not, I want the blitzers to get home. But, man, find a way to be disruptive on the blitz. Don't let the block take you out from being disruptive, because that's what their job is to do, not him. He was finding a way to get to that quarterback by any means necessary. And I loved it. And that's the spark. That's the energy. That's what I love to see. So, just the recap of the game, I thought the offense was great. I thought the defense was greater. And I thought special teams was good. I thought they did their job. And Eddie Pinheiro continues to still be money for me. That cat, I'm not saying I'm waiting for his first miss, but I wouldn't even care at this point. That cat has kicked more 50-yard field goals in his entire career this one season. Let that sink in. That's the game we're playing in. And then they're down the middle. So Kyle Shanahan's mind is like, oh, man, we could kick a 56-yarder. Cool. I wouldn't even be surprised if Kyle Shanahan comes out there and does something and gives him a 60-yard attempt just to test it out. Wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't even care. All right? I wouldn't even care. All right, man, we got to get to the grading system. And before I'm going to go through the top 5 PFF grades and the bottom 5 PFF grades, right? Now, in the checks, this is a live show. I'm going to have you guys insert your overall grade. All right? So I'm going to put up a ticker. What was your overall grade totality for the game? What was your overall grade for the team? All right? And all I want you to do is just add that, right? And I'm going to present to you like these grades as they tick down at the bottom of the screen. Now, again, these are PFF grades. If you saw something different, if you got questions about how this guy made it, be my guest. Feel free to ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for, right? To make stuff make sense. But as far as overall grades, I mean, look, you have, and let me just go ahead and share the screen. Oh my gosh, I didn't use my banner today. I'm tripping. Y'all ain't even tell me I don't got the Wayne Breezy banner up. Y'all slacking, man. Y'all supposed to hold me down. Y'all supposed to hold me down. Let's get through these offensive grades. So Sky Moore, 91. He had that nice catch when he turned up for like 15 to 17 yards, something like that, 15-yard catch. That was beautiful. He made a couple of people miss, and that to me is what we need more of from Sky, right? Got to get him involved. Got to get him the ball in his hands. He has the ability to make people miss. Okay, Luke Farrell, Sky Moore with the overall #1 grade on both sides too. Sky Moore 91.4, Luke Farrell 90.8, Jake Brendel 83.2. Again, Brendel played 20 snaps in the game before he left due to the hamstring injury. Colton McKivitz 81.6, Christian McCaffrey 81.4. Now, if you ask me who number 6 was, it was Trent Williams with an 81.2. So I just want people to know Trent is still Trent, in my opinion. Bottom 5, Brian Robinson Jr. with a 54.6, Connor Colby 49.6, Jake Tonjes 48.3, Nick Zakel 46.8, and DeMarcus Robinson with the 42.1. Dropping that pass, that was rough. Dropping that pass was a little bit rough, in my opinion. I think that's why partially his grade was so low. He only had that one target, you know. And did they even label it as a drop? Let me see. Because it was well defended. I thought he was interfered with too. So they did. They labeled it as a drop. Niners had 3 drops on the day. McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, and DeMarcus Robinson. So 3 drops. Not bad. Those are your offensive grades. And let's get to the defensive grades very quickly. Now, the defense to me didn't have the same fanfare of a game. But Bryce Huff was definitely that bright spot on the defense. I mean, the pressures were there. 81.9 for Bryce. Chase Lucas, 81.0. Chase Lucas, man. Sam Okuwano got the team's first sack, 79.9. Tatum Bethune, 79.3. Malik Mustafa was coming in like a missile, man. He was hitting cats for sure. I'll go over missed tackles next. Jair Brown, 47.5. Jason Pinnock, I think he was the worst person on the defense. I don't know how he even got that high of a grade. I don't know. I don't get it. I thought we were going to see less of him, but oh well, you know, Robert Saleh knows best, not Breezy. CJ West, 45.1, Curtis Robinson, 33.2, Renardo Green with a 28.2. He left the game with a toe injury, all right? He left the game with a toe injury. So these are your top 5 and bottom 5 PFF grades, both offensively and defensively. Now, let me know. You guys agree with any of these? You disagree with some of these? What's good? But, yeah, Renardo Green only played 18 snaps, too, in this game. Now, I did say I wanted to look at pressures from the defense. I think that's important. So, as far as pressures, the person that led the team in pressures defensively was Sam Okuwano. He had 5 total pressures defensively. So, he led the team in total pressures. That dude, I feel like he needs to be starting. I don't know why. I just that's just the way I feel. It's just my thoughts. I just feel like he needs to be starting. So 5 total pressures for him. He had the 1 sack, 4 hurries. All right. Bryce Huff was also 5. So you had a tie for first. Sam O, Bryce Huff, both 5. They credited Bryce Huff with 2 sacks. I felt like he only got 1. But whatever. 2 hits. He got the hits on the quarterback. That 1 hit. Ooh, yeah. Alfred Collins, 3. He played 39 snaps. I like that we're upping the snaps on Alfred Collins. D. Winters, Jordan Elliott, Kevin Givens, all tied for 4th. They all had 2 pressures. The 49ers had 22 total pressures defensively. And ironically, on the offensive side, on the flip side, they only gave up 6 pressures, yo. Can we give a round of applause for the offense? People trash my offensive line every single week. I mean, every single week they doing something stupid, though. So I get it. Every single week they do something dumb. So I totally get it. We got a super chat contribution. Wayne, will Connor be fine for that pull if they can prove that it was a pull? So let me ask you this question, Jax. Did you see that was a pull? Did you see the pull, or did you just hear people say, oh, we pulled him in? So we'll see. I don't know if he's going to be fined. I don't know what the NFL is going to do with that, but they're certainly going to review it. But I think if they can't really see that it was a pull, it was more like, Yeah, he might have had him, grabbed him, but it was a push more than a pull from the rest of the team. He'll be fine. Even Kyle Shanahan said, I saw it as a push, you know. But they I don't know why they even said that he pulled him in. We're so stupid, yo. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Like, stop saying stuff. Nobody knew it was a pull until it was said. Like, don't even say it. Ugh. You know? Like, why say it? All right. I asked you guys for grades. Jax, thank you for the Super Chat contribution. I asked you guys for grades, so let's go over some of these grades. Felicia, B+, welcome back. B+, B from Snoop, 49er Jeff, A-, Rob D, B++. So is this an A-? Or, because B+ is a B+, but when you plus it twice, Rob, just put A-, man. Like, you know what you know what I'm saying? Terradome, A-. Ty gave me an ugly moment. I'm not mad because we got there twice. Now, if we got there 5 times, that would have been ugly. And got 2 touchdowns. But every time we got to the red zone, Ty, we got a touchdown. Nigel with a B. I gotta be consistent. Marcus Bailey too, B++. I'm curious to know what these damn B++ mean because they sound like an A- to me. A- from Yosef. Corey with an Eddie P A+. So the only person you giving an A+ to was Eddie P. Respect. Leon B. Filthy Casual A-. I wish I could tally up all these and see overall what it is. Ronnie 33B. Boats with an A. JP Hella Hard A. Yeah, we're excited. Druce is B+. Okay, respect. Defense. Okay, so Ty broke it down. Defense A. Offense. Defense A-. Offense, or is it defense A, offense C, special teams B? No, defense A-, offense C-, special teams. You get an offense a C-, bro? Really? You a tough grader, man. I'd have got you fired as a teacher. JP Hellahar A, Retro Gamer A+. Niner Favor has a question. Was that a low-key PI on D-Rob? Now, so that was a PI to me. They called a PI on. Okay, let's reach out to our brother Demo. Right? Here's my message to Demo. Demo, keep playing the style ball you playing, bro. These motherfuckers can't mess with you. They barely test you. And when they test you, it's like they're glued into every single step that you take. So if you put a hand on a player, it's going to be a flag. Even if it was incidental and it doesn't affect them, they're going to throw the flag. So Demo, keep playing the way you play. We're going to make these refs, we're going to make these officials adjust. They're going to start respecting who you are. Now, teams aren't testing you, so that right there, number one, should let them know that you are a dog. I don't want him to get discouraged or whatever like that. I'm not saying he even carries those type of genes, but these refs, in my opinion, refs are put in the game to get into your head. That's just my opinion. So I thought, Niner Favor, that's a great question. I thought that that was a pass interference call that didn't get called, but you called it on Demo. That messed me up. Because Demo hand did grab the dude, but it was incidental. And if you're going to say, oh, yeah, it didn't affect anything. If you're going to call that, then you got to call the guy that got his arm wrapped around D-Rob. You got to call that. You got to call it. That's just my opinion. Love y'all grades. Respect y'all grades, man. 1,000%. You guys are definitely, it's cool to get here, to come on here and get y'all's perspective from the game. Like that is really dope. All right, I'm gonna take some questions before I dip up out of here. Let's see if there are any questions in the chat. Let me just scroll through it. Did I miss your super chat? Did I miss it? Let me go check. I did. I didn't miss it. I just didn't know it was there because I was reading off of a different screen. All right, Nigel. Who is your number one dog of the game? Offense and defense. All right, so offense dog. My offensive dog goes to Trent Williams because he was knocking cats off the scene of the football field. I don't know what he took before the game, what he ate for breakfast, whatever he did. I need that every game. But he was knocking cats off. His protections were good. Trent Williams gave up 0 sacks, 0 hits, and only 1 pressure, which was a hurry. He had the highest. He had an 81.3 offensive grade. I'll leave it at that. He was the 3rd highest offensive lineman graded for blocking. So 1 pressure, I'll take it. Matt Hennessy, you want to know how he did? 1 pressure. Played 26 snaps, gave up 1 pressure. Just a hurry. No hits. That, to me, is the hits. We know which ones are the sacks, but it's the hits. Connor Colby, yes, he gave up. Okay, so I was getting into an argument about the Connor Colby sack earlier in the game, and it wasn't credited to him. They didn't credit that blitz on him. Connor Colby gave up the first sack of the game, the only sack of the game. Everybody was saying it was on Connor, and I was like, well, they sent the extra rusher, so it was kind of unfair. I don't think that's on Connor. Now, Connor could have did something to negate that, but, so my apologies for missing that, Nigel. I didn't see it because I was on a different screen, so my bad. But thank you for saying something so that I could, I can see it. I can see it again. But overall, look, I thought that the 49ers, they looked good. They looked good at home. They looked good at home. Now, how wasn't I not paying attention? I can't pay attention to the chat. Do my show. Like, I come to the chat periodically. Come on, man. Don't give that. Don't come at me like that. Don't do that. Now, I can't wait to reveal my new varsity jackets. They will be for sale. They're a little pricey, but they're exclusive. So they're it's good. They get made one at a time, right? You know what I mean? But I think I'm gonna be breaking my jacket out November 2nd, the Giants week. Right here on the East Coast. Nice varsity jacket. It's pretty good. So can't wait for you guys to see that. My picks for tonight. Well, damn. Let's see. I picked Detroit to win. I'm tired of Tampa winning. So and I'm okay if it's Detroit. We don't play them this year. And we already lost to Tampa. So I picked Detroit. And I didn't pick the Seahawks. I don't think I did. I hope I didn't. But if I did pick the Seahawks, I still want them to lose. I just want to put that out there. I want the Seahawks to lose. We want the Seahawks to lose. Those are my picks for tonight. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff I got to get done, man. Rob D. Breezy, did you notice Demo's taped intro? He said his name, the San Francisco Hyena. Yes. Yeah, he's embracing that, right? He's embracing it. 1,000%. He's embracing it. And I love it. I love it. It's nothing like when a player embraces who they are. It just makes me feel amazing. Oh, he's okay. It just enjoy. I'll do better paying attention. My bad. But I'm sorry, Nigel. I was literally on the PFF screen and didn't have the comments pulled up. And then when I saw something, it was the next super chat. So my bad. But the Niners next up, man. We're not done. Like, the season is literally not even halfway through. And I feel like the 49ers are just continuing to make strides to be better every single week. And every single week, guys, it's going to be a different test. Okay? Let's not get it twisted, man. I know we're going to be watching this Houston Texans game tonight. But and I want the Seahawks to lose. But I don't want it. I don't want to see the Texans blowing out another team because I don't want them to feel like they're getting into their stride, right? So let's see what happens. But we got C.J. Stroud and company next week. We're going to be going out there, and I just feel like the 49ers, if their defense travels well, they're going to be amazing. And I feel like on the road, we play better anyway. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we play better on the road anyway. Isaiah Lancaster with a super chat contribution. Says O-line has to be solid. See? I ain't the only person that watched football. You know what I mean? I don't just watch the Niners, y'all. You got to watch football. Like, this is what I mean. Now, this didn't come out my mouth, even though I know I said something about this earlier, but this is him. This is his take. I'm going to read it, and I love it. I don't know how deep your voice is, bro, but I'm just going to give you the deep voice if I can. O-line has to be solid against the Texans D-line. In the past game, oh, shit. Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson are elite. Can I just capitalize the word elite for you, bro? I know you probably typing on the phone or whatever. Yo, I'm going to simmer saute on this one right here. Just don't expect George Kittle to have a good game because he's going to be using block mode all day. That's what I would say, because I'm chipping the Hunter side and I'm letting Will Anderson prove he can beat whoever else. Like that's just the way you got to go at it. Hopefully, because I feel like Hunter's gonna be on McKivit's side, if I'm not mistaken. Do I got that right? So George Kittle chipped to the tight, but we got the 2 tight end sets. Oh, bro. You know what, Isaiah? I tell you right now, ask me if I'm scared. Go ahead, ask me. You gotta pay. Ask me. Ask me if I'm scared. Hell nah. I already know Kyle Shanahan trying to stick it to D'Amico. I mean, stick it to the ribs where it hurts. You know them 5 broken ribs? He trying to stick it to one of them joints. So I can't wait. You just got me excited, dog. But I ain't gonna lie, they got a pass rush. I'm more concerned about the guys in the middle because if we can run the ball, I'm great. Those are edge guys. We run the ball. Oh, Niner Faithful, you gave me an idea. Thank you. If we run the ball, we'll be fine. Take away some of the pressure off the edge. I don't think Jimmy Ward is even on the team at this point. Like, I can't remember. 49er Jeff, you will definitely see me in New York for sure. We definitely going to get up. Every time on the East Coast, we see each other. So let's see each other and do something this time. Like, let's not just see each other in passing. Let's break bread. Like, you know what I mean? We family. All right. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the show, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you. I got to give you guys a round of applause. Before I dip up out of here, though, I want to shout out to all the listeners on the podcast that listens to this joint, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, man. Appreciate you. Now, if you are just a listener, you don't watch the actual live show, please do me a favor, man. Make sure you rate this joint. So that it can be ranked up with some of the other great 49er podcasters out there, man, because there's a lot of great shows. But if the quality is good and the content is great, man, do me a favor, man. Help push me up in there. You know what I'm saying? I truly would appreciate that. Overall, my grade for the team, I gave them an A. I'm not an easy grader, but they executed with the freak. That's all I care about. Can you execute? I don't care if it's ugly execution, pretty execution. I don't care. It's just execution is execution. I'm an 80s kid. Big Daddy Kane, one of my favorite rappers. Get the job done. Period. End of discussion. All right? And that's what they did. AJ, another Super Chat contribution. Thank you. Oh, my God. It's National Tight Ends Day next week. Bro, I totally forgot. Listen. Just get used to seeing a lot of 12 personnel. I'll leave it at that. A lot of 12 personnel. They got corners, too, so that they got to – let me just tell this about Houston. Houston has a secondary, and they don't need Jimmy Ward. Their secondary, to me, is still balling. I think one of the reasons why it seems like their defense, which has been a top 10 defense for the majority of this season, is because their offense hasn't really found a rhythm to get going. They just blew a team out. Didn't they shut a team out last week or something like that? They blew a team out before they went on their bye. So, it could be it's going to be something to definitely keep your eye on, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, for sure. Sid, my cousin Sid in the building, as always, man. Appreciate your support for over the years, man. And it was really good meeting you in Chicago. I think that was so. For those that don't know who this young gentleman is, this dude, I don't know why he doesn't speak more, but he knows a lot about football. I think one of the things that I love is just sitting around people that know about football, because I make it seem like I know about football, but then I get around y'all and I'm like, I'm just going to shut up and just listen and regurgitate everything that I hear, right? But nah, this guy knows the X's and O's. It's a gift when you know the X's and O's, you know? I know the X's and O's because I play linebacker, I play running back. But these dudes, I feel like they got the play, that they draw plays. They know specifics of the X's and O's, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's really good to chop it up with you. I appreciate you, cuz, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you. And Jack says George Kittle is about to have a feast. Look, I'm a little pissed at George. I'm pissed at George because I started that motherfucker in my fantasy. He apologized. You know what? Let me tell you why I love George Kittle. I don't know if people know why I love George Kittle, but let me just tell you why. Number one, he apologized to fantasy football owners. That was number one. Number two, he the only player that I know that can throw the coach under a bus and get away with it. Like, literally said, don't blame me, blame Kyle. That's what that motherfucker said. I promise you. Matter of fact, I got it clipped up, loaded in the clip, about to release it. He literally said, don't blame me, blame Kyle. And kept it moving. With that being said, man, it's amazing. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to find this one little banner so I can take it off my screen. All right. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, man, if you watch this, don't forget to check out the overreaction show I did last night. Now, listen, I fell asleep on my overreaction show, and that's why you didn't get it till early this morning. So I apologize for the delay. For the people that just be on a system of clockwork, my bad. It's on me. That's on me. I'm taking my accountability for that one. So I apologize. All right. So go ahead and check that out, man. It was a fun show. You don't want to miss it. I promise you. We went all the way in. Thank you to all the people that supported with Super Chat contributions. I love you guys. Your contributions definitely go a long way. And if you guys are going to be out in Houston, I'll see you out in Houston. My goal this week is to get all my shows pre-recorded, especially when I know I'm going to be traveling. So that way you guys don't miss any great 49er content from your boy Breezy. Shout out to you guys. Love you. Keep it faithful to the Bay. Peace. What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.